It's the biggest moment in a soccer match. The score is tied, and it all comes down to a penalty shootout. One player walks forward, places the ball, takes a deep breath. The stadium erupts, then falls silent. Every muscle in his body is coiled. He runs up, strikes it, and misses. The keeper pushes it away, or it sails over the bar. For a split second, time stops. Then the agony hits. His face crumples, he sinks to his knees, buries his head in his hands. His chest is heaving, not just from the sprint, but from a wave of emotion so intense it seems physical. His body is screaming, even though no physical blow landed. Watching from home, you almost feel it too. But is that just a feeling? Could an emotional blow like that literally break a player's heart? That sounds like a poetic exaggeration, but there is a real medical condition called broken heart syndrome. Doctors call it Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, or stress cardiomyopathy. It was first spotted in Japan in 1990, and the name comes from a traditional octopus trap. On an imaging scan, the heart's main pumping chamber, the left ventricle, balloons into a shape that looks exactly like that trap. A rounded bottom with a narrow neck. It's a condition that blurs the line between mind and body, showing that sorrow can literally reshape your heart. Unlike a heart attack caused by blocked arteries, this one is triggered by extreme emotional or physical stress. We're talking the death of a loved one, a sudden illness, even a devastating natural disaster like an earthquake. In an instant, you feel crushing chest pain, struggle to breathe, and might even collapse. If paramedics hook you up to an EKG, the readout screams heart attack. But when doctors rush you into the cath lab and look inside your coronary arteries, they find nothing. No clot, no plaque. The heart muscle is simply stunned. The heart isn't broken in the sense of a structural tear, but its function is profoundly impaired. A living, beating muscle, suddenly acting like a deflated balloon. So what's going on? Your brain and heart are connected by a fast-acting nerve line. When you face a severe emotional shock, your brain's amygdala sounds the alarm. It signals your adrenal glands to flood the bloodstream with stress hormones, adrenaline, noradrenaline, cortisol. In normal doses, these chemicals help you survive danger, but an overwhelming surge can jam the heart's machinery. Think of it like over-revving a car engine until the piston seize. The adrenaline rush causes the tiny vessels feeding the heart to clamp down, and it directly overstimulates the heart muscle cells. The left ventricle, responsible for pumping oxygen-rich blood to your body, weakens and balloons outward. It can't squeeze properly, so blood flow drops. That's why you feel like you're having a heart attack. In Takotsubo, the heart muscle is simply stunned. It's as if the heart briefly forgets how to beat properly, paralyzed by the chemical flood. A 2024 review in Nature Reviews Cardiology highlights how psychological stress can spark harmful changes in heart rate, blood vessel function, and even immune responses, showing this mind-body link is no myth. Decades of research have shown that psychological stress can raise your heart rate, constrict blood vessels, and even make your blood more likely to clot. So the body's stress response, meant to protect us, can backfire when it's too intense or too prolonged. Now, back to that penalty shootout. Could that moment trigger broken heart syndrome? The sources I'm drawing from don't document any cases in professional athletes. But let's look at the ingredients. A penalty kick is already a physical feat. Heart rates often hit near maximum levels just before the shot. Layer on the psychological torment, the weight of a nation's hopes, the fear of public humiliation, the career consequences. It's a potent mixer of physical exertion and emotional trauma. A body reacts with a massive sympathetic nervous system discharge, exactly the cocktail that in theory could stun a heart. The diagnostic criteria require that no coronary blockages are found, and the syndrome is considered a diagnosis of exclusion. So if a player did experience chest pain after a miss, doctors would first suspect a heart attack, but they might eventually land on Takotsubo if tests came back clear. To date, no such case has been published, but it's not outside the realm of possibility. Yet athletes are young, exceptionally fit, and trained to manage pressure. And the medical literature tells us that over 90% of broken heart cases happen in postmenopausal women. So while the biological pathway exists, the odds of it actually happening to a male soccer player are extremely low. It remains a could rather than a did. It's important to keep this condition in perspective. Broken heart syndrome is rare, and it's not usually a long-term sentence. Most patients make a full recovery within weeks. The heart muscle bounces back, regaining its normal shape and pumping power. Researchers aren't entirely sure why women are so much more susceptible, but estrogen is thought to play a protective role that fades after menopause. In the grand scheme, one missed penalty is unlikely to land a young athlete in the cardiac unit. But the episode points to a deeper truth. Extreme emotions have physical consequences. The same review on stress and heart disease notes that chronic stress can wear down your cardiovascular system over time, contributing to high blood pressure and artery damage. So while a single heartbreak may not kill you, it's a reminder that our feelings and our health are intertwined. What about the long term? While one acute event is unlikely to cause permanent damage, studies suggest that the buildup of stress over a career might contribute to heart disease. A 2024 review in Nature Reviews Cardiology emphasizes that hemodynamic and immune changes during stress can slowly damage the cardiovascular system. So while a penalty miss won't kill you, the culture of high-pressure sports might leave a mark. It's a stark example of how the mental strain we dismiss as just stress can translate into physical risk. So, can a penalty shootout loss truly break a player's heart? The science says, almost certainly not in a way that sends him to the hospital. But the pain he feels isn't just in his head. His body is flooded with chemicals that slam into his heart muscle, pushing it to its limit. In that moment, he's not just heartbroken in the poetic sense. He's experiencing a genuine, measurable physical wound, however temporary. And consider this, the same adrenaline that primes a player for a winning goal can, in the agony of defeat, become a heart-stunning toxin. Our bodies don't distinguish between physical and emotional danger. To the heart, it's all just stress. It's a biological echo of a metaphor we've used for centuries, now captured in a real diagnosis. It's a stunning reminder that our minds and bodies are one system. Next time you feel your heart ache from disappointment, know that the sensation is real. And while your heart won't shatter, for a few fragile seconds, it might just be stunned.